Hi, welcome to the Digital Yacht How-To video series. In today's video we're going to be looking at our proAIS software and using it to configure one of our AIT1000 Class B transponders. Now unfortunately the proAIS software only works on a Windows PC, but don't worry, if you want to use the AIT1000 on a Mac or a Linux PC it will work quite happily with those, but this initial configuration and setup, which you only have to do once, will have to be done first of all on a Windows PC. Okay, so this video assumes that you've already installed the proAIS software from the product CD that came with the AIT1000, and you'll find then that there's a proAIS menu option in the start menu, and I'm going to run that. So when proAIS runs, it will ask you first of all to put in the COM port of the AIT1000 is connected to. Now Windows will allocate this and it will be different for every PC. On mine it's COM8, but on yours it will be a different COM number. If you don't know that, you'll need to look in the device manager in the ports, COM and ALPT section, where you'll see what COM number has been given to your AIT1000. So once you know that number, you enter it in the list and drop down list, select the right one and then click connect. As soon as proAIS starts to connect to your AIT1000, you'll see a series of flashing green and red lights on the clear USB connector. The green light indicates data from the AIT1000 and the red light indicates data from the PC, and you'll see both lights initially flash as the communication is established. Then it will settle down and it will just be the green light. So once you've got that connected, what we'll need to do now is start to enter the static data, and the first bit of data to enter is your boat's name. I'm just going to put in Digital Yacht here. Then next one is your VHF call sign. Now I don't have one of those, so I'm not going to enter that, but if you've got that, enter that in the call sign box. And then the important bit, which is the MMSI number. I'm just going to enter my MMSI number quickly now. Now please take extra care entering the MMSI number, double check and even triple check the value to make sure it's right, because that particular bit of information, you only get one chance to put the MMSI number in. Everything else you can change, but MMSI number can only be entered once, and if you get it wrong it'll have to come back to Digital Yacht for reprogramming. Okay, so I'm going to select the vessel type sailing for a yacht. Please don't change these board rate settings, 38,400 on the RS232 or NMEA output, because those are the correct settings for AIS data. However, if you've got this third drop down box, if you haven't got this third drop down box, it probably means you've got an older version of software in your AIT1000. You might want to think about getting that updated. You can contact Digital Yacht to get that the latest software file. But if you have got this drop down box and you've got let's say an instrument system connected to the AIT1000's NMEA input or a heading sensor, then you'll need to set that to 4800. Right, next is the ship's dimensions. So this, you need to enter these as accurately as you can, and note that these dimensions are for the GPS antenna. So wherever you've got the GPS antenna on your boat, you'll need to measure the various dimensions. I'm just going to set those up now. Finally, the last bit is the silent switch. A lot of people now are fitting silent switches to Class B transponders. Benefits of this means that when the weather is great and there's good visibility and you're not in a busy shipping area, you can set the unit to work in silent mode, where it just receives and doesn't transmit, and that means that you don't get loads and loads of Class B AIS targets on the screen. And I think you'll find in the coming years that an etiquette of always putting your unit into silent mode, except in bad weather conditions, bad visibility, or when you're crossing the shipping lanes, will start to be adopted by most people. So assuming that you've got a silent switch fitted, then you'll need to select the make external switch to enable silent mode. So when you turn the switch on, it will stop transmitting and be in silent mode, and when you switch it off it will start to transmit again. And that's it as far as the main settings are concerned. I'm going to save those now to the AIT1000. And you will get this warning popping up just asking you to check once more that your MMSI number is correct. Just double check and then click yes, and then you get confirmation that the transponder has been updated. Now we can go to the diagnostics page, and you'll see here that it sees that we've got an MMSI number set up. We're getting a GPS position fix. We haven't transmitted anything yet. That can take between about I don't know, anything from 30 seconds up to about 3 minutes before it transmits its first position. So that's why you've got this yellow TX timeout. But we are receiving data. Here we go. We've received 285 targets on channel A and 240 on the other channel B. Now we're just waiting patiently for it to transmit its first position, and that should happen in the next minute or so. Just while we're on this page, I'll take you through the important voltages. That's the supply voltage. That needs to be above 10.6 volts for correct operation. In fact, while I've been talking, you'll notice that the green lights come on. We've got 4 ticks, which means that all the everything's working correctly and that we've transmitted our first transmission report, and that will gradually increment. Once we start to move and our speed over the ground is more than a knot or so, that will start to output our position every 30 seconds. When we're at anchor and we're not moving, it's only every 3 minutes that it transmits a position. So that's the diagnostics page. Last but not least, I'm just going to take you to the options mode. Now, I always recommend people to set the output GPS data to every second. Just means that whatever you're connecting to is going to receive the GPS data at the best possible frequency. And also I always turn on the enable WAS, which is the wide area augmentation system. It means you'll get much more accurate GPS location. So let's put that to update, and if we now go back to GPS status, you'll see that we're getting good signal strengths on all the GPS satellites, and if you see a blue bar like that, it means that that's a new satellite that's detected. It's not started using it yet for navigation, but it will do if necessary. And then these red bars are the WAS and EGNOS satellites, which it's using to get that extra level of accuracy. So really that's about it for proAIS. We will have another video on proAIS which is talking about the diagnostics capabilities of proAIS, so look out for that. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.